Hi, thank you for being here. Um, this is the formal introduction of the book. I will try to make it as short as possible, which is going to be a challenge because the other day I was thinking about how can I express what I felt or what I feel about being a daughter of a narcissistic mother. And it can be really challenging because it's going to be very hard to put into words the feelings that I had during my childhood, even as an adult. So I am a single mom to a 12-year-old daughter. Um, I don't know where to start. Well, I think that what I can do really is first of all to tell you that um, I don't know where to start. It's so complicated because what I felt was so horrible that the way I can put it into words is that I wish that the abuse that I went through was more physical than psychological. And I went through both of them. But I have the feeling like when you have bruises on your body, you can, when the bruise is gone, you don't feel it anymore, which I know that creates, trauma anyway, but I feel like the emotional abuse goes so deep into the core of your being that physical abuse sounds a lot more superficial. I know it's crazy what I'm saying, and I know that if you are a daughter of a narcissistic mother, you probably know what I'm talking about because it's so profound. It feels like something that crawls so deep inside of you, or so deep inside of your meaning and soul, that it's so hard to put into words. Um, I can describe my childhood as a dark cloud of feeling terrified of my mom, feeling so helpless and hopeless, being trapped. It's like being trapped inside your head and being trapped inside of everything that's going on in your reality, and doubting your reality and doubting yourself and your feelings and your thoughts, and being ashamed of who you are and what you think and how you think about it, and being so frustrated. For me, I was really frustrated all the time because I was scapegoated, and I felt like I was trapped in not being able to do anything, and that whatever I did, it wasn't ever good enough, and being trapped in being blamed for everything, and just being trapped all the time, and being taken advantage of, and not being able to express yourself, or not being seen, or not being able to breathe. Even breathing felt so hard. Um, I don't even know if that explains anything, but that's how I can express uh, the feelings that I had in my childhood. And it's really important for me that you understand that whatever I say to you, and whatever I've written in this book, or the steps that I laid out in this book, all come from the experience that I had. And it's not like I'm a professor or something that specializes in narcissism or narcissistic mothers or anything like that. It's just everything that is laid out here comes from my experience and comes from knowing what it feels like being in the place that you are today. And I want you to know that for the longest time, I was a victim. And I think that what we felt, we've been victimized from a very young age. And I want you to know that it's not fair. And I want you to know that that's not the way things should be. Whatever your mom or your family made you think about yourself, which I believe it's not a lot of good things, I want you to know that it's not necessarily true. And I want you to know that you have the freedom to break away from it, that you have all the power that you need to overcome this bullshit and to create yourself the world and the life that you deserve. And I want you to know that you are enough. You were born enough, and you've always been enough, even if everyone told you otherwise. And I want you to know that I'm saying to you these things because I've been there, and I did the work, and I'm still doing the work that has to be done for me to break free from this. A lot of times it's going to be challenging because everything happened to you in the most important years of your life, in the years that a child starts to build up their personality. And a lot of what they taught us, or experiences as children, it's a big part of who we are as people today. And to be able to break away from that, you have to change that. And it's hard because it penetrates to every part of your being. And you have to be able to see where it affected you. And once you can see, only then you can start to change. And that's what this book is all about, this journal. It's about seeing things the way they are and giving you the opportunity to decide what you are and what you want to be, and to see yourself in a different way, because it's not only your mom that saw you the way she wanted to see you. Your siblings also learn to see you the way your mom sees you, and you did too. So you have to realize that it's only an image that she needed for her to be able to deal with life, and that image has nothing to do with you. Okay, you can be something completely different from that image that she created of you, and that most of the times that image has nothing to do with the truth. And once you realize that, you can start to be your true self. But first of all, you have to see that. And that's something that we're going to be doing in this journal. So I don't know if what I said till now gave you the understanding of where I come from, but I know that as a daughter of a narcissistic mother, you probably can understand a lot of what I'm saying, even though for a normal person it can sound like crazy stuff. And if it does, I really don't care. Like today, I am in a position that I don't have to apologize anymore for who I am and what I am. And I really wish for you to reach the point that you would never have to explain yourself anymore, and that you're going to have to apologize for who you are, because that's part of the journey that you have to go through, to learn to accept yourself just as you are, and to realize that you are enough, and it's good enough. It's always been, and it's always going to be. No matter what people think or say about you, you'll be okay with yourself because you know your truth. That's, I think, one of the most powerful things that I ever done in my life is to be able to just be okay with who I am, because I was taught all my life that whatever I was, it wasn't good enough and it was never going to be enough. And I was always apologizing, and I was always feeling the expectations that people had of me without asking myself what I want. Like I was the last one in the line for everything, and not anymore. Not anymore. I am not afraid of who I am. And I obviously have a long way to go. I have a lot to learn, and I have a lot of work to do with myself. But I'm good. I'm good as I am, where I am at this moment in time. And that's a lot for me to be able to say it out loud, because I always doubted myself. And I always looked at myself, at what I didn't do and what I didn't accomplish and why I didn't do this and why I didn't do that. And to be able to just be okay with who I am at this present moment, it's so much for me. It's like, it's a new life. It's a new me. And I really hope this for you. And just, if you want to connect with me through the group, I'll be happy to. And I hope that that this is a good introduction. And if it's not, I'm okay with it. So I see you in the next video. Bye-bye.